Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. This is episode 40. We made it to 40 out of these Final Fantasy streams, which is incredible. And last time, we witnessed the Nadam and also the fight for Doma Castle. We went and did Doma and flooded the castle in order to try and achieve victory. It came at the cost of Brosetsu, unfortunately. And that was all because of Yotsuyu. Oh, just an absolutely shocking display of events. We have Serena being massively upset and Hien looking off in the distance because we are mourning the loss of our brother today. But we will be continuing where we left off. Hien doesn't have much to say today. I'm going to talk to Alphino in order to proceed with our questline, which is the world turned upside down. So Alphino is at a loss for words. Thank you. The occupation is ended, then. All the people must be informed of our victory. But I will not simply give up Gosetsu for lost. Before aught else, we must needs search the ruins. Allow me, my friends. The castle is still collapsing into the river. Could easily drag you to your deaths. I can navigate the waters easily without fear of drowning. Be reasonable, brother. You know he is right. We're going to do a search and potential rescue. We're going to have a look in the rubble for Gosetsu, which is probably the good thing to do. Omega, a word if I may. My lord withdraws into himself, unable to turn his thoughts from the keep, and needs us now more than ever. My friends, I am returned. I swam as far into the ruins as I could. And? Did you find him? Nay, lady. Naught remained of the keep for me to search. Undermined from below and shaken from above, the manner of its collapse was most unusual. If the floor beneath him gave way before the rest, it is not impossible he could have been sent tumbling into the river. The water is thick with silt and debris. Despite my best efforts, I could not find him. I am sorry. So they're going to throw out the "it's possible he lives" if the floor gave out at the precise moment. There is naught for which you should apologize. Thank you, Saraban, for taking it upon yourself to search. The castle in ruins, and the people are eager to learn the fate of their nation. We leave at once. Are you sure, my lord? The day is won, and the morrow beckons. It falls to us to greet it. I'm going down to the docks to see if I can't get one of the Confederate ships to take us to the Enclave. Mayhap we should tell the others at the House of the Fierce to gather there. Magni and Sadu know naught of what happened in the castle. I will go and tell them. They fought valiantly and with honor, Serena. I pray you tell them that as well. You too, my friend, were instrumental in this triumph. I must insist that you be present when we bring these tidings to my people. Alrighty. Quest accepted. Speak with Tensui. Should also say good morning and good evening wherever you may be. I hope you're having a good day so far. How's everyone going? as we start our stream today. Let's talk with 10 Sui. You all look shite. The captain thought you might need a ride to the Enclave. Ready to come aboard? Let's go. On you go then. Sit wherever you like. I don't know what happened in there, but it's over. You won. It's cause enough for celebration. Those people you're about to see need something to celebrate. Oh, that's very good to know, Juliana. Glad Jace is all well.
Here. You were the last to arrive.
Unexpected voice acting.
I see. Thank you. We owe the Confederacy a great debt.
I have waited 25 years for this moment. You owe us naught. Look! It's Lord Hien!
Lord Hien!
It's him! He lives! He lives!
Some few words of encouragement would not go amiss, my lord.
Right. Yes, of course.
Off you trot, then.
Right. Off I go. We are a sorry lot, are we not? Tired, dirty, stinking of blood and sweat and ash. A people pushed to the point of breaking. And yet, we won. The perseverance to endure decades of oppression. The will to carry on the legacy of those we have lost. These were the bonds that held us together and gave us the strength to reclaim our home. After 25 hard years, the shadow of the Empire no longer darkens these lands, and we may at last look forward to the dawning of a new day. But, my friends, it will be a day of work. So I ask you, have you yet the strength to stand? To rise up with me once more? Here and now? And begin to rebuild our homeland?
Nice.
Lord Hien!
Doma! Doma!
This will not end with Doma. We will see to that, right, Lise?
Right.
Indeed, this is but the beginning. The tide is turning, and it shall soon bear us back across the seas and onward and to the next battlefield.
Morale is high. Let us hope that let us hope that the Lord Prince does not come through and crush that morale, huh? A good speech, my lord. "25 years. If only you were here to see it." Okay, we're gonna speak with Alphino. Is teleported to the other side of the world. Okay. The southwest, that's where I'm going. Yeah, it's like, yes, I'm glad that the fight against the Empire is done, and they definitely won't retaliate, and we're sure to never have to go up against them ever again. Interested to see where it'll go from here, though, for sure. Because it's not over yet. What was that, there was that event that's happening at the moment? Or did I miss it, where I can, grind for my gorilla mount? Because apparently it's easier during an event. Did I miss that, or is that ongoing? Later today. Alright. How long does it go for? Are we close to getting maintenance today as well? Oh, okay. Till before dawn trail, plenty of time. These beautiful creatures. No, I gave you a compliment, don't attack me. Let me get my ether current in peace. Where's this fucking thing? There it is. Can I fly here now? Oh, I've gained freedom. Flying. Let me fly my yole. Let's go. So nice. You're quite certain you would not prefer to stay a while longer? There are sure to be festivities at which you would be the guest of honor, like as not. Very well. There are other ways in which we might celebrate by rejoining the fight for freedom in Giribania, for one. Short though our time here has been, we have all come to regard this land and her people as our own, I think. We have done that which we came here to do. Word of Doma's liberation will soon spread throughout the Empire, and we must seize the opportunity to rekindle the fires of liberation in the West. We dare not allow the Imperials a moment's respite, lest they march on Doma again. For the sake of all concerned, we should leave immediately. Did I hear you right? You are leaving? I'm afraid so. We've got our own battle to fight. What about you? Will you be heading back to the steppe? Yes, the war here is ended, and there is no cause to remain. The Oranir and Dathal have already withdrawn. I will follow them anon, but I wish to bid you farewell first. The Blue, too, must return to their homes, but we will be back. Doma has need of merchants and builders, and we are eager to offer our services. And just like that, our grand fellowship is broken. Without ceremony or pomp, you steal off into the dark. No matter. We have plenty to be getting on with, places to be, people to rob, and so on, and the captain was never one for mingling. I am a pirate. Give me a song at the tavern and I will be happy. Hobnobbing with Lord Hien? Nay. No taste for the finer things. In any event, we need not part ways here. If you are for Kugane, we would be happy to take you. Her waters have always been fruitful. I wish you well on your journey, my friends. May you ever walk in crimson. Thank you, Serena, for everything. May the Kami speed you on your way. Until we meet again. Nice. Alright, well I guess it's time to head back to the homeland. Naught remains undone. You are ready to depart? We're ready. To Kugane then. I don't know, it's beginning to rain. Maybe the Stormblood is yet to come. Or maybe the Stormblood were the friends that we made along the way. Have everything? Good. We need to weigh anchor before the Sekisei Gumi arrive. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for what you did. Give my regards to the Ul'dah. Swift and secret departure, Alpha and I would like to return to the Ruby Bazaar post haste. I informed Tartaru of our coming. She and Hancock should be waiting for us in the Ruby Bazaar. And it is here we part ways. Best of luck to you and yours in your piratical endeavors, I suppose. Return to the Ruby Bazaar. Can't swim in these waters. Too treacherous. Choose not to take the rain as an omen. It's just the weather. That's fine. Welcome back, everyone, and congratulations on a job well done. It is a pleasure as ever to see your smiling face, Tartaru. Less so yours, Hancock, though Rasho and I are sincerely grateful for your assistance. The pleasure was all mine, Master Alphino, I assure you. Anyway, you'll be glad to hear that I've already charted passage for you back to Limsa Lobinsa. The ship is to leave port this very day, but the captain has agreed to wait until the four of you have boarded. The four of us? You mean to stay here in Kugane? Yes, I gave it some thought, and I realized that even with Doma free, there's still a need for a woman in the middle. Maybe even more than before, considering all the friends and alliances you made. As I told her many times before, I would be more willing to assist you. And as I told you many times before, I am not about to let you worm your way into our affairs and exploit our connections for your personal gain. Must you always presume the worst? So there you have it. I will remain here for now, you needn't worry. I'm a regular at the hostelry, and at half a dozen local institutions, everyone loves me. So Tartu is staying behind. So go, don't let me keep you. Buy your supplies and souvenirs while you still can. When you've finished, make haste to the docks. Pier number 2 to be precise, I'll be waiting for you there. Tartaru is needed here to keep Hancock in line, obviously. How else are we going to get new outfits? Tartaru's going to have to, like, send them across the ocean. It'll take forever. First to arrive as always, hopefully the others will not be far behind.
Ah, there you are. All packed and ready to go?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. Apologies for the wait. The task of tying up loose ends invariably takes longer than one allows. Happily, however, all now seems to be in order.
Then there's nothing left to do but to board the ship. Do try and enjoy the journey, won't you? It may be your last chance to rest for a while.
That would depend on the good captain's choice of route.
As ever, Tataru, I pray you take all due precautions while making your inquiries. Better to avoid the local authorities altogether than risk a repeat of our Ishgardian episode.
And what sordid episode is this, pray tell?
Naught to speak of, I assure you.
You there! Hold that ship!
What are you two doing here? Shouldn't you be in Doma?
He's come to say fond farewells.
Shouldn't you? You left with nary a word. I half wondered if I had done something to offend.
Like, let's get out of here, quick.
Upon learning that you had departed for Kugane, we immediately resolved to give chase. Our comrades can manage affairs in our absence, and it seemed the least we could do.
You mean you came all this way just to say goodbye?
No, Yagiri's coming with us, guys. Right?
That too, aye. But there was something else I felt I had to say. You helped us win our freedom, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Accordingly, after we have established an interim government and so forth, I think it only meet that we repay the favor by dispatching our own forces to Eorzea. If you would have us.
Nice.
We harbored no expectations of such generous aid, and as there is no telling when the Empire might strike back at you, would it not be wiser to concentrate your resources on the defense of Doma?
I had a mind to pursue a more aggressive defense, to which we will send forth shinobi to provinces far and wide to spread word of our victory, that we might inspire others to take up arms as we did. Even the Empire has its limits. If the Garleans cannot be certain where and when the next rebellion will take place, how can they commit another force to Doma? And besides, so long as this debt remains unpaid, how am I to face myself? And Gorsetzer.
As you wish. I will relay your offer to the Eorzean Alliance.
All of Doma is counting on you to finish what we have started. You have it in you, Lys, to seize the future you want. Never forget.
I won't, Hien. Not your words or anything else. Everything that led us here, that will drive us forward, I'll carry it with me always. And that's a promise.
I will hold you to that. Go with them to Eorzea. Tell their people of our triumph and of our pledge to stand with them.
By your leave, I shall pave the way for our new alliance.
Hurry up, you lot! The ship's about to weigh anchor!
It seems our time is at an end. Go well, my friends, and may we meet again beneath a western sky.
We leaving, let's go. Shinobi going out to spread word of the victory and then also having forces coming through to Eorzea is great. Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo.
I always knew that woman was unfit for command.
Aye, when you think of all the resources we'd poured into that hole, and for what?
Oof. Classic.
The beast yet lives. Mayhap it is time I sharpen my claws. I wonder, will you walk into my parlor once more?
Oh, she's back.
Fordola rem lupus! Come at the command of the Lord Viceroy to present the prisoner taken by the Cranie Lupi.
Oh no!
Zenos ye Galvus, I presume. It's true what they say. You do have the eyes of a monster. A ravenous, insatiable fiend.
You, give the butcher your weapon.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, this is...
A reward given in recognition of your service. I trust it will prove more capable than its former owner.
Gunblade, dude.
I swear, I'll not disappoint you, my lord.
Good. Now, silence that mewling little piglet. I would not hear another sound pass her lips. Until I strip the fat from her.
What the fuck? What a line, dude. Oh my god. Give me 1 second. Alright, worst time. Silence that mewling little piglet. Jesus. Okay, she didn't just get executed live on stream. It's faded to black, which means there's a chance. How the hell did Krile get captured? Back in Eorzea at last, ready to pick up where we left off and finish the fight. We're not who we were when we left, we're stronger and wiser. So let's do it. Let's get back to Ala Mhigo and defeat Zenos once and for all. Yes, and I'm sure that that will go so well. Yagiri did come back with us, actually. You should inform the Admiral of our arrival and brief her on that which took place in Doma before leaving the city. Home is where the heart is, and Alpha Nodes is in Eorzea. Here we are, home at last. I must say, the journey passed more quickly than I had expected. That would be due to the absence of otherworldly interference, I expect. I should be glad if we did not speak of that unpleasantness again. But in spite of all that and more, we returned better for the experience, and more importantly, triumphant. Indeed, and with Doma freed of Imperial oppression, it is only right that we turn our thoughts to the plight of Ala Mhigo. Well, I I'm all for that, obviously, but I think you should go and see the refugees at Revenant's Toll before doing anything else. They'll be thrilled to hear what we've accomplished, and it'd sound best coming from you. Thank you. I shall do as you suggest. Oh, it's, I see I'm not too late. Admiral, what are you doing here? The East Aldenard Trading Company informed me of your impending arrival. I have tidings I thought best to share with you in person. From Giribania? Aye, the Alliance still holds the wall despite several Imperial counterattacks, but we have been unable to press further into occupied territory. Commander Kemp and his men, meanwhile, have made great strides towards rebuilding their depleted ranks. They have even taken it upon themselves to attempt some few operations, with mixed results, I'm sorry to say. 'Twas a complication arising from one such venture which moved me to seek you out. During a mission to transport wounded resistance fighters to the Rising Stones, Krile Boulderson was taken prisoner. Krile? Do you know where she is being held? They do not. Your comrades were informed at once, and I am told Thancred is in Giribania looking for her as we speak. How could this have happened? We must seek out Thancred without delay. Nay, Krile taught me better than that. It would be unwise to act without first acquiring a full understanding of the situation. Thank you for informing us. Tired though we may be, we must make haste to Castramarians. Pray excuse us, Admiral, Lady Yagiri. Damn. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. This is the, as Galleon said, this is the second expansion. Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. There's 2 other expansions after this that are currently out. Shadowbringers and Endwalker, and then there's another one coming out soon, Dawn Trail. So I am not up to date. Catco's been dancing for days. That's what I should be doing, right? I should just be doing daily dancing in the plaza streams. There you are. Have you heard the news? In broad strokes from Admiral Lufiswin. Just like, why? Who decided on the name, dude? On Millowilla. What happened? Krile and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Y'shtola and several other wounded to the Rising Stones for further treatment when they were ambushed by Imperial forces. Arenvold and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos... I will make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Do not be so hard on yourself. You protected Y'shtola and the others, did you not? Tell us about the attack. It was the skulls. They knew a path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. We weren't expecting an ambush. During the fighting, I caught a glimpse of their leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field. I'm not as strong in the Echo as Omega is, of course. Half the time, it's enough to knock me on my ass, like I've taken a dose of concentrated ether. So you walked in Fordola's memories. What did you see? A woman promised the world education, training, citizenship, all that and more if she but sold her soul. A traitor to her people, a pretender to her masters. It was Zenos himself that gave the order, told her to return with Krile Boulderson, alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring Imperial communications since the attack, but have yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Krile or her current whereabouts. If their orders were to bring Krile back alive, we can save her if we move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence, which is why I intend to slip past enemy lines and see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it is up to you and our allies to command the Imperial's undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted, and I will find her. Very well. I wish I could do more to aid you, but I understand. Commander Kemp is on his way to the castrum as we speak for a meeting with General Alden. If you hurry, you could find him on the road and discuss the situation beforehand. I think Omega and I are going to go and see Conrad like he suggested. You all wait here. Alrighty. Rendezvous with Conrad. Hien. Been a while, gang. Well, well, if this isn't a pleasant surprise, it fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and hearty. Welcome home, Bliss. Omega, I'm sure you've heard about Krile by now. That's why we're here. I'm still not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. I have no doubt that you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass, and that's good news for Krile. I'd like to think so. But enough about me. How is everything with you and the Resistance? Better than when you last saw us, and no mistake. Arenvold's been a godsend. Him and Minago and all the other young bloods have achieved so much in a short time. We've been blessed to receive the support of the Flames Alamegan Brigade, who have been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Kiribania, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with the refugees returning from Uldar and elsewhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I knew you wouldn't stop fighting, even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. But we've come a long way. We still have far to go. We'll fight for every ilm, and sooner or later, we'll get to Alamigo. Listen to me prattling on when we should be making haste to Castromorians. There's no point you telling me everything now when you only have to say it all again for the Flame General's benefit. You're right. I'll go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Thank you, game. You're not going to make me repeat myself with multiple characters. Speak with Pippin. So I guess we've cleared one of the major arcs of this expansion, which was the Far East segment, and now we're back in Eorzea to continue fanning the flames of rebellion. You have spoken with Thancred then? Good. Take heart. If anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Kemp's party approaching. If you are ready to address Father and the others, let us be about it. There you are. There is Commander Kemp, I see. I know you were eager to speak of our next move, but we would first hear more of your last. Tell us of your deeds in Doma. Oh, yes, alright. Got to a competition, won the competition, flooded a castle. Pretty good.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well.
Allow me.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Alamigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Krile.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Alamigan liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Veladina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks. I name this operation Rhalgr's Beacon. For as Rhalgr once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
Rhalgr's Beacon. Very cool. Lost 20%, huh? The success of this operation is paramount. So long as the Empire holds Castellum Veladina, the main host cannot advance. Zenos knows this, which is why he has ordered Fordola and her men to siege the bridge's defense. So we'll get to fight the skulls again. The Butcher is not to be underestimated. She is decisive, ruthless, and feared by foes and friends alike. But we have a plan to defeat her. First, we send an alliance force down the main road, signaling our intention to mount an all-out assault. The garrison will muster their forces and prepare for a protracted battle. However, they will soon find that we are ill-prepared for their counterattack. Our men will begin to break ranks and flee. I see. Show them your backs and give them a target. Too tempting not to pursue. Aye, Fordola is too aggressive not to press the advantage. She will order her men to give chase. We lure them as far as East End, where the commanders will rally their forces and attempt to hold their ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of the garrison occupied, leaving us to tackle the bridge's remaining defenders. Very clever, I'm sure. But what are we to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken the place? I don't need you to take Veladina, Commander Kemp. All I need for you is to fly your flag from its tower. You mean to trick them into believing that the bridge has fallen? Ah, we can convince them Veladina is lost, hit them hard with our reinforcements, and watch them go running for the hills. Then, when the dust has settled, we regroup at the Castellum. What say you? One does say, we group. We group? It's a bold plan, but a good one. We'll do it. In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. Omega, Bliss are involved. I ask that you accompany Commander Kemp. Alisei and I will remain with the Flame General. We will return to Rhalgr's Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they are complete, we will join you in the field. Godspeed. Alrighty. In case you haven't noticed, the flag flying above Villadina is bloody massive. It'd take a dozen men to change it, and far too long besides. There's no need for all that, right, Managa? Not so long as I have my griffin and a satchel of glamour prisms, no. So we're going to use a glamour on the flag. That's smart. Are involved, you're in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance. No link pearls. Lise, I want you to look in on the squadrons, make sure they've got everything they need. Everybody clear? Aye, sir. All forces are to depart for Castellum Corvi when ready. That will be all. Omega, stay with me a moment if you would. There's a few men I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people. I can tell that weighs on their hearts. There have been a lot of new faces since you were here, so it's best if I just tell you where to look. One's an officer you'll find in the barber. Another's an older fellow who likes to pass the time on the shore of Starfall. The last is a fiery young lad from Little Alamigo, who I'm told trains by himself by the river in the fringes. You'll know them when you see them. Come and find me when you've finished. As we speak to these three, I will just quickly take a bathroom break, and I will be right back. let's proceed, shall we? Continue where we left off. I'll be excited for us to check out the post-expansion patch questlines and see what's in there, but considering just how much everybody hypes up Shadowbringers and Endwalker, obviously, you know, everyone's waiting to get to that, but I think Stormblood is incredible too. Like, I don't know if I would say that it's better than Heaven's Ward, but it also has the same level of quality and effort put into it. I don't know. I think I like Heaven's Ward's story just as much as Stormblood's in regards to the different aspects of the world that they touch on. So it's a great expansion. When I was going into it, I was like, nobody talks about this one. Everybody like puts Heaven's Ward, Shadowbringers, and Endwalker on pedestals in like first, second, and third place, I guess. So Stormblood gets forgotten about. So I was expecting it, maybe it's like not good or something, but it's great. I say, if it isn't the lad who helped me find the ward I misplaced. But there I go again, treating you as an equal. It wasn't till after you'd gone that one of my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was only the bleeding hero of Eorzea who'd taken time out of his busy day to help me. Well, what is done is done. But I know that I will fight with every ounce of my strength in this coming battle, and the next, mayhap, that will serve to repay the favor. Fare you well. I mean, if you've done a bunch of expansions and this one is just considered one of the weaker ones, you're doing pretty good. Because you could be like Destiny 2 and end up putting out some pretty lackluster expansions. You can have some incredible ones, but then some like, that was a blunder type of expansions, you know? Final Fantasy XIV doesn't have that. The Brigade Officer. Wait, I know you. Corporal Ocelot of the Twin Adder. It is an honor to meet you. I was living hand to mouth in Uldar, but decided to enlist in the flames after I heard tales of your daring do, and now, as fate would have it, I've been sent here to join in the fight for my homeland's liberation. But this is no time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Corporal. We'll give those Imperial Horsens what for. I love that everybody's doing SB for Stormblood, but I keep reading it Shadowbringers because they're both SB. But yeah, Curse of Osiris, let's woo! One of my friends in the Discord is playing Destiny 2 again. I just haven't been able to bring myself to go back. It's like I want to, but also at the same time, it's just like I can't bring myself to. A really sort of horrible side effect, like the double-edged sword of my ADHD is like I can play games, right? And I can just love playing games. And then as soon as I've finished with that game, my brain has moved on to the next game, right? And I've moved on from Destiny, and it's really, really hard to go back. And that happens on the channel too. Like, I'll finish a game and I'll go, whew, let's play completed. Even though there's a couple of other things to do, and my brain, I'm like, I want to do them. And I just actively cannot bring myself to, like, sit there and do it. I don't know. Like, I just move on. And it's hard. It's hard to want to do something, but you feel every single ounce of your body resist you. And that is what it's like for me to do most things in life. So it's reflected on my channel in that sense, where there's like certain things that I'm like, I want to do this, and then we just never get there, sadly. Blessing and a curse of being able to engage with my passion in Let's Plays is I can just keep going, but at the same time, it's hard to go back to things that I let go. The hot-blooded youth. Omega, am I right? I doubt you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life in Little Alamigo, you did. Wilred and the rest of us had got it into our heads that if we had enough crystals, we could summon Rhalgr like the Omalja summoned their god. Thankfully, you put a stop to it. Did you hear about what happened to Wilred? Joined the Braves when they came calling, only to turn up dead one day. Never found out how or why, but I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead after all. But at least he died doing what he thought was right. Maybe that's the best folks like us can hope for, eh? Not that I'm in any hurry, mind. Just call it SB2. Yes, Destiny did this thing where they vaulted their content. Because they were like, there's too much in the game. And then Final Fantasy XIV laughed and said, haha, play everything. It was like this thing where it's like there was content in the game that wasn't being engaged with, so they said, what if we put it in the bin? And it's just like, the fact that you cannot play the story of Destiny is stupid. Like, it's the stupidest thing ever. Like, every time I think about it, I get so annoyed, because it's like, you think that was the most basic level of keep, like, your game's identity is the fucking story. And if you want to play Destiny, you have to read a timeline to be like, oh, this happened. You should have been there. But unfortunately, you missed out, loser. And here, we're going to get rid of FOMO in Destiny 2, except for the fact that once a season ends, the season pass disappears with it. You can't level up any previous passes like other games do. It's just so bizarre. Like, if Destiny had a playable campaign from the beginning of its story to now, just in, like, story missions, I'd recommend it to people. But now it's just like, yeah, no. We're 9 years, almost at 10 years of Destiny's story. And, it's all over the place. You've had a word with the men I mentioned then. As I'm sure you noticed, they have another thing in common aside from tragedy. You've touched each of their lives in one way or another. But that's not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. A man who's lived in Giribania his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled Alamigo in search of a new life, who swore to serve another nation, only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born on foreign soil who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship with our cause. 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons, yet all belong in the Resistance, all growing larger. We've grown more diverse, and while there is good in that, there's also potential for strife and discord. It'd take a special sort to lead such men to Alamigo, don't you think? So you can say, good thing they've got you, you can recommend Lise, Leader of the Resistance. Don't I have enough titles already? I see we're of one mind. She'll have to make the decision for herself, of course. Yeah. You've traveled with her, been by her side when she's had to make hard choices. You've seen her at her worst and her best. If you think she's got it in her, then she does. Look after her, Omega. She's our future, and my hope. I trust I needn't say that this conversation is just between you and me. Nod. Good lad. Right then, we'd best head to Castellum Corvi, or what remains of it, rather. I can see the debate for and against for being able to start with Dawn Trail, but that's the same crowd that also will say, hey, Metal Gear Solid 5 is out. Can I start with that, or should I play the series? Or, you know, can I start with the 5th game, which isn't even the 5th game because of the couple of spin-offs in between? Can I start with Metal Gear Solid 5? And they'll do it. There's so many people that have said Metal Gear Solid 5 was my first one. It's like, cool. How'd that go for you? You know? And it's like, on a gameplay level, sure, the game must be fun, but then every single time, without fail, you will just have people saying, oh yeah, the story made no sense. Couldn't get into the story. The story was weird and confusing. It's like, my brother, in Christ, you started with Metal Gear Solid 5. That requires context of multiple games before it, as it is a sequel. So it's like, I feel like there should be a golden rule that, like, if you are going to play a game that is, like, number 5, and you've never played the series before, you are banned from being able to criticize any singular element of any of the story. Because you're the one shooting yourself in the foot. You know? Have a big L on your forehead if you criticize the story of a game series when you're jumping in right at the end of it, or the culmination of it. So there are people that would be like, can I just play Dawn Trail? But it's like, where you have no investment in the story to just jump right into Dawn Trail. I feel like the only reason people do that is because they have this sense of FOMO and they just want to play something when it's brand new and shiny, and as soon as it's like no longer brand new, they don't have an interest in it, which is also really strange. So it's like you'll start with Dawn Trail, you'll be like, I don't know what's going on, I don't know how to play the game, this sucks. I don't know what people expect. And I get that an MMO is a lot of grinding, you know. But like, if you play it regularly and not for a YouTube Let's Play series like me, you'll actually get pretty far pretty quick, you know. Assume we're doing a singular event here. We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember that we need to hold out till Monago sees the flag. Got your gear in order? Any moment now. Alright. Haha. Level 69. Nice mission ahead. I have the same opinion of people that go to start a brand new like series when they play it, and they go and react to every single trailer in the whole series before even playing the first game. And that's just kind of just a mind-blowing questionable decision where it's like, I'm going to react to every single Halo trailer before I've even played Halo 1. It's like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? It's like, things aren't going to make sense. You're spoiling all the previous games in small ways. Just play the game, see if you like it. And Final Fantasy XIV, I feel like, is like the most accessible big old story you can get into.
It's begun then.
It's pretty easy.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Calm down, Nargo. You're making her nervous. We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way.
I'm waiting for us to get our next beat down. Let's go.
Right.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Monago, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
I won't let you down, sir.
Come then. Rhalgr's star shall burn bright this day.
We're close to being able to watch the Shadowbringers one, I guess. Soon. To war!
Here it comes!
Going the wrong way. Oh, I'm supposed to go over this way. Yes, wait for me. I went the wrong way. Oh, there we go. That makes sense. You guys are doing great. think you're clever with all your little tricks? Think again. None of you are leaving here alive. Defeat Fordola, Rem Lupus. Gunblade. So cool. Okay, nice. Pretty cool. Plan B. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, I see.
Meet my new friend!
Meet my new friend! Oh, can you hurry up? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
I'll cut you to pieces!
I'll cut you to pieces! Well, you're bad. Okay. Jesus. You suck. We're doing good, Philippe. We are crushing Fordola.
God damn you! No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this!
Get her, Lise. Break her jaw.
Look! The flag!
Aha! Let's go. So sick. This is definitely a real flag.
The bridge is ours! Al amigo! Al amigo! Al amigo! Yeah!
Stand your ground! It's not over yet! Damn it!
Stand your ground. See ya. Immediately smokes.
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do. That's enough for now.
Smoke bombs are so funny because she's nearby. She doesn't just disappear. Oh, God. Those impacts are brutal. Very well animated. Ah, let's go, Ruban.
Yeah!
Dude, he became just even more badass with his one arm, dude. Like, the horn pauldron on the shoulder is so good.
Philadina is fallen? Impossible!
Ha!
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Break their morale, team.
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
I gotta say, like, you know, war is terrible, but you can't deny that that feeling of rushing your enemy as they retreat probably feels great.
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Yeah, psychology is such a huge element of fighting and battle and war, all of it. Psychological warfare, because it works.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Zenos you lost to this rabble?
Idiot!
No, but if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters, for all the good it did us. School's with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
Very good. Victory. It's a shame Fordola got away, but we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself if it's just the first step. But it's a big one. We're going to take it back, all of it. One ilm at a time if we have to. Do I do Beast Tribes? I don't know what that is. The Fortunes of War. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castellum. We'll need to search it top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. You shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Alden in Bittermill. Such an interesting type of character. Snake woman. Yeah, we're mostly pretty much just doing the main story and also the Dragoon job quest, and we will probably also do Samurai and Gunbreaker at some point. But yeah, I just don't have time to do absolutely everything and anything. If I played this every single day, maybe, but I do not. The snake ladies will let you paint your nails, though. I don't know what that means. Any game that has like a do your daily quest. I struggle. Daily logins and daily rewards and stuff like that. It's one of their early rewards is a hand glam that lets you have long nails, any dye color. Well, there you go. I wouldn't be surprised. It seems things are generally the most grindy in the beginning of a game, and then they get easier and more convenient or more efficient as time goes on. Well met. All's well at the bridge? Good, good. Fighting has died down here too, as you can see. We've been left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Veladina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. I could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Commander Kemp and his men. Delight not overmuch in victory, not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished, our resistance allies are waiting. they genuinely changed the flag, or like they're just gonna keep the glamour up forever. No need to change the flag if the glamour lasts, I guess. Have I seen the Omega crater? We saw the Estinian scene where he was looking down the big old hole, and someone said, "That's the Omega crater." So I would say yes. Back so soon? I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there'll be no one left to fight. Rising fortunes, rising spirits. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Tarupin reports that their sweep of the Castellum's interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Veladina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where is Monago? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe where she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Veladina had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. Though I pray you are right, 'twould be best if Monago were not alone if she should encounter the enemy. Agreed, let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is alright. If that is your wish, then I have no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. Let us peer into some stones. Greetings, Scion. Do you wish to pass? Yay. So just... I haven't tuned the Peering Stones yet. I'll have to remember to do so. I really like the music here. How am I? I have never been better. How are you? The path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. It's just south, huh? Let's take a look. Damn, there it is, everyone. The crater of Kay Galleon's mother. fucking huge. Look at that. God damn. That is one hell of a crater. So is that going to be a dungeon when we go and jump down there eventually? Throw a bit of rope down. We'll be fine. Ah, being punched. It reminds me of something to do with Final Fantasy VIII. I guess I don't really know how to word it without spoiling Final Fantasy VIII for those that haven't played it. But there, if you know, you know, I suppose. There's a deep, all the way down segment that may or may not relate to Ultima weapon. Not Omega, that's elsewhere. But if you've defeated both... Hey Kenshin, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hollow Knight is damn magical. If only I was good enough to defeat the final Pantheon. Silksong Wen. Dude, when I replay Final Fantasy VIII on the channel, I'm gonna be a very happy man. I'll tell you that much.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
It's okay to follow me around in a video game, but not in real life. If you're in the instance, we can invite you to the party.
Good, all things considered. Better than the Enanta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
You know, I really was expecting the whole, like, snake voice cliche.
The Kaliana are another Enanta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago.
They did it. Okay. There it is. Because they have to. If you don't, you're not a snake lady if you don't roll your S's.
But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
They forgot to do the S's in this one.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the Resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Enanta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The Butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside.
It is a little bit inconsistent, because you'll have, like, the S's, and then it just disappears.
But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
This is cool.
She summoned a primal then and there?
Okay, who's doing that?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith.
You're making noises in my chat.
The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta.
But how will I know people are talking to me?
Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Vera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us.
Aye. All who have fought with the Resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
Hello. Might have killed a few.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
Alrighty. Is it in sound settings? Or is it something else? Yeah, just have it on tells and parties. I guess I would just have it on just tells. Look at this party of tanks and DPS. The lure of the dream. At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I've been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather, your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would certainly keep to the forests with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her unto this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north you will find our village. Sarisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Minago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Mzimzizi is fretting over the tribe's lack of food, and I need an ether current. Oh, sorry, I was distracted by the grumbling of my stomach. Thanks to the Garleans, we've been having trouble maintaining our food stores. Custom dictates that any game brought back to the village must be distributed evenly amongst everyone. There hasn't been much to go around lately. Without fear of harassment from the Garleans, we can finally begin hunting again, but there's still so much to do if we're going to replenish our supplies. Any chance you'd be willing to help? If you could bring back, say, 3 Telio... Oh, God. Teleocerassus would be a great help. You'll find them to the north of here. Don't kill them. We need their meat to be as fresh as possible when it's put away. When you've worn them down enough, you can stuff them into these bags without much of a fight. Now, I know what you're thinking, but trust me, they'll fit. Stay safe out there. Please put them in the bag. Please place Teleocerassus in bagging area. That's the only thing that should be done with Lalafels, to be honest. I'm not supposed... Oh, wait. Fuck. Alright, hang on a sec. Use burlap... Wait. Where's the... Is it a key item? Yeah. I like it. I gotta do this. Alright, hold on a sec. I just straight up murdered it. How weakened. Get in my bag. The bag. The very classic dog maneuver. The good news is my dog does not like to roll in his own, just sometimes on a rare occasion has done it when we've been out on a walk in some random crap. And he always does it right on the white fur part of his neck. It's like, to me, it's like he's just putting on his cologne, you know. I have to take him home immediately. I'm like, okay, well, your walk is cancelled. You've been waiting for this all day, and then you decided to roll in poop, so we're going back home. But he's only done that a couple of times. If he did it in his own, we'd have so much trouble. You're back. Do those bags contain what I think they do? They might. The dinosaur-filled sacks. Wow, you really did it. Not that I didn't think you could, mind you. It's just been so long since anyone here's had the guts to contend with those beasts. I can't believe we literally just did a Pokemon mission. Like, we just got the Final Fantasy equivalent of Pokemon catching. You can be sure we'll make good use of them. Their meat for rations is a given, but their horns and bones will make good tools, and their hides can make belts and boots. Did you know the Teleosaurus isn't even native to these lands? The Garleans used them for carrying freights, but the Sods couldn't keep them under control. A few of them escaped into the wilds, started breeding, and here we are. I guess you could say it's a blessing in disguise. If they hadn't brought Telosauruses here, we'd have one less source of meat and materials for fashioning our tools. Thank you. I see it. This music is very Final Fantasy X. Like, this is very Final Fantasy X music. Which is probably why I immediately, like, love it so much. I'm like, I love this music. I'm like, wait a minute. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisha of the Vera. You are she, are you not? You have petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them, but we would first learn more of Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, and one which I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. There is naught she would not give. It was the Quilania broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection which first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the ether. That being the case, I'd rather doubt the goddess would be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The primal's motives have been coloured by the summoner's state of mind, namely, that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may also have harboured thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kalania's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Vera. I don't know how to say that word properly. This is true. The Vera and the Kalania do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Vera, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will, and so we stand with the resistance against the Empire and give our lives for the cause. To the Kalania, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create through their craft. To shape crystal is less art and more ritual, a sacred duty wherein each tribute is imbued with a fragment of the soul. Well, they're doing the S's more now, only when it's not voiced. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself and they summoned a primal, a fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. Surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these lands. Nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade the Vera make pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Fantasy terminology, my favorite thing to say out loud. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them to see reason? Jesus Christ. Know that I'll kill your god if I have to, maybe even if I don't. What is that? That's so aggressive. Okay. And we shall, for without you we may be powerless to stop them. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister, Vajra, will guide you to Danan Khat. I shall pray for your success. So there we go. We'll speak with her, and then we've got a primal to slay. Well met, scions. I am Vajra, she who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready, we leave upon your command. Alright, so how do we say this, you reckon? Like, the J could be silent. Danan Khat. You are ready? You look ready. Danan Khat, there you will find Kalyana's crystals and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. I keep wanting to say Sir. Every time. I keep wanting to go, Sir Lakshmi. Sri Lakshmi. My ability to speak absolutely crumbles when I'm given so many fantasy words to say. Who's gonna fly me to the objective? Any volunteers? Okay, the car will do. The car will do. Hop in. When uncut, the path leads to an entrance above. Within is an aetherite. You must use it to enter. Understood. With me, everyone. Thank you for the lift. This side. I fell into an elephant hole. Ooh. Fancy. Once again in front of an aetherite for a primal. Am I... ah. Yo! Oh my god. That's cool.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still?
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered.
I'm sure she's very nice.
Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Monkey's Paw Resurrection.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alize, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood!
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor, misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
Okay, let's go. I can do that.
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
Fight. Okay. She's supposed to be there. She disappeared. She's gone to her room. I know, I know. It was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Omega. I had to. I had to try and I failed. So you have to fight. There is no other way. Never stop trying, Alice. Means a lot to you say that. It does, but it doesn't make it any easier to have to ask you to face that thing. We can but do that which is within our power. Lise, Alphino, and I will go and seize the crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, will be waiting for you. Yeah, guys, I don't need anyone to point out what's going to happen in a fight, because I like the confusion of being in the fight for the first time. The volume and the background music has always been at 100, so y'all can relax. Emanation. Upon witnessing her daughter's death at the hands of Fordola and her skulls, the Kalyana broodmother cried out to the heavens in despair, and a primal answered. Sri Lakshmi, patron deity of the Ananta, came forth from the ether, and the Imperials were put to flight. Alas, the tale did not end there, for now the Kalyana demand that the Vira come and pay tribute to the goddess. And so it falls to you and your comrades to journey unto the Kalyana stronghold of Danan Kat and put an end to Sri Lakshmi's dream. There you go. One brain cell in the chat today in regards to this music. The music better be good, because now you've put my expectations really high. Correct in that the music is always good, but it seems this is a special case. You're just wait for one healer and one DPS now. See if I have enough time to go up and get a drink and then come back. It says the average wait time is 11 minutes, so hopefully not. We only need the one healer now. Timing. Let's commence. Gives me like Minerva vibes.
Open your hearts to me. A button. Do I press this? I'm pressing it. Wait, should I not press it now? Should I do it later? I don't know. I'm doing it now. So I have like a protective orb around me. Did I do that too early? Maybe. Does it come back?
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
In your bosom? Yes, ma'am. Oh, we do it now. Fuck. Oh my god. Giant woman! place me in the bosom, please. That's where I'd like to be. I think that would be the key to happiness. Thank you.
From your hate.
Jesus. Alright, I know when to turn into a dreamer now. It's when it's bosom time. Understood. Oh my... What? Oh. I'm gonna need to pay more attention to when everyone else has put themselves in a bubble.
To Bliss.
I understand.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
There's just a lot of shit on the screen. Gaming Grandpa has entered the chat. I do love a good, like, vocal theme, you know? I can't... Oh, okay.
Your souls are stained.
Luring Oh, I have one this time. Oh, shit.
I shall free you from your hate.
Squished it in. It's not letting me. It's not letting me. I didn't even have one the whole time. It was 0 out of 1. I didn't have any bosom energy. Oh, you grab the ball. Oh. Well, I didn't realize that. Now I know. I just thought the bosom energy came naturally, you know.
Surrender to Bliss. Your souls are stained.
Okay, I had the music turned up in OBS the whole time for that. So you got some louder music. I hope you enjoyed. Nah, I think that would be a rough time if we wiped. Galleon. If you could do something first try, easy. Thank you to our soul healer, apparently. The other healer immediately dipped. Thank you, Galleon, for your hard work.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help.
Big bosom energy.
So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo, we're going to witness Krile's live execution. Oh, or actually maybe her execution with her failure.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have carried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
We got the Final Fantasy version of she's sleeping with her boss for the promotion. That's crazy. I can fix her, dude.
Fordola Rem Lupus.
Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble, sir? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
I know that he'll like this too, because like of everything that we've seen with what Zenos has done at the moment with his other lackeys that he's killed, Fordola won't be killed here. He'll respect that.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
Last chance.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Oh, okay. She's gonna get a boost.
Very well.
They're gonna put her in a suit of armor too.
Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Are we gonna witness the same sort of transformation that Yotsuyu's lackey went through? Chainsaws. But I knew that he would respect that, because usually when he's sat in this room having a chat with all the other Imperials, they're always passing the blame onto other people, and then they get killed for it, because he hates the people that are not taking accountability for their own failures. So seeing the consistency in his character there is really cool.
Transcend, my lord.
Yes, it is time for you to become a god.
I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Oh, it's evil Imperial scientist man. Of course. God damn. Very cool. I do love it when you've got like the bad guys that are very entertaining to witness. And when they're well written villains, you know, they're not just like evil and grandstanding. You can see that they've actually got like a concrete like sort of personality and characterization. It's good. It's good stuff. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. Could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind. We'll deal with that when the time comes. And that is the Lady of Bliss. Mount Speed in the Fringes has completed, and that is where we're going to be bringing our stream to our close today. Thank you so much for joining me. We got to finish it off with another spot of primal slaying and a good Zenos scene with Fordola as well. So very excited to continue this quest line for sure. Thank you so much for everyone who joined me in the party today and joined on stream. I hope you enjoyed our little venture as we have returned back to Eorzea and slain a primal. That's when you know you're playing Final Fantasy XIV. We've gotten right back into primal slaying again. We will speak with Vara for the Silence of the Gods and continue next time. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone, and I will see you then.